Hello, it's the Beginner Crafter. Welcome to another WIPTube video. Today I'll be showing you all the projects I've been working on, and I've got a new start, so there will be finally something new after so many weeks of doing and working on the same projects. So the first one is the crochet project, Amphit mosaic rug. At least I want to make it into a rug, and I'm over one repeat of the pattern, so I'm on my second now, and I don't have any yarn wound onto a ball left, which means I am at the point where I finished last time, when I stopped last time. Not lengthwise, because since this one is wider, it is shorter, but it used the same amount of yarn that I used before. So everything I will stitch now is new. New stitching, and it will be easier because I won't have to unwind the yarn. I will just pull it from the center, so it will make it a little bit faster even than it used to be. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to finishing it, because it really looks nice and I want to see it finished. I want to start using it as this blanket that I want. Well, a rug, not a blanket. I want to just put it on the floor and be able to walk on it and just see the way it changes the space I'm in. Actually, because I want to put it in my office where I am right now, so it will be on this floor now. So I think it will make an interesting background for other videos once I finish it, and possibly it will help with some sound issues. I don't really hear any echo, but I think with a rug on the floor it would make it a little bit nicer to listen to. So that's what I would like to have with when it comes to this project, and it will take a long time. I'm quite convinced because it's not even, I think, 10% of the length I want it to be. Okay, maybe, yeah, maybe 10%, yes, but it's still a long way to go. So it will take some time before I will be able to actually call it finished and put it on the floor. Then the next project is Miranda, which is my main project. With Miranda, I mostly finished this page. There are still some white areas. I also did stitch a little bit on the previous page, but I've decided to go with the next page already, just because some colors that I'm using at the bottom, they finish quite soon after and then they repeat in the next row, so I just don't want to start too many threads of the same color. That's why I'm leaving them white, and I will be doing some stitching in those areas, just because some colors are mostly on this page here. So there's still some work to do. I have some whiter areas in here, but that's because I ran out of thread. I bought it, so I'm ready to go further. And in the last 2 weeks, I worked on Miranda for 2,891 stitches, and in total in April and a bit of May I stitched 4,148 stitches, and I'm at 25.46% of the whole picture. I have found canvas, finally. I guess it's this kind of way that when you whine enough and you complain, the universe starts responding and trying to help you. And also, when I ran out of thread, I sort of gave up and told myself, okay, since I can't find the canvas, I'll just go to the haberdashery and buy the thread and buy the canvas, because I can't find it. And that same day when I decided that, ta-da, I had a stroke of genius. Where else I could have put the canvas, and it was there. So I have canvas also to finish Miranda, although for a really long time I will not be using that canvas because, well, my goal for the year with Miranda was to finish this row, and it's May and I am really close to that point. So I think I might get to half of this row actually at the end of the year, but still not really need the extra canvas this year. But it's nice to know that it's actually there, that I didn't throw it away, that it didn't get lost. It's there and it's waiting for me. So I could make really good progress, and I guess if I had the thread, I would be able to stitch a little bit more, but not too much, to be honest. So still over 4,000 stitches in 1 month is a really good month, although I remember in March it was better. So I hope in May I'll also be stitching quite a lot here. The next project is Avarice. And with Avarice, I did stitch some, and I didn't really move to the next page, even though I was thinking about it. But after I stitched a few areas, and also went with this background color, which is a bit more stitches of the same color, I decided to have a break a little bit before going to the next page, because if I needed to go to the next page, then I had to grid, and I did grid until the end of the row, and I put some more grids in, like below those so far, and then I decided, no, I can stitch a little bit more on page 2. So I stitched on page 2 mostly. There was a little bit on page 1 and also the one below it. So there is much more detail when it comes to the diamonds, which is really good. But I think the next time, even though I do want to put some more stitches in the detailing, I will move to page 3 to sort of see a little bit bigger progress, because those details are quite tiny, and oftentimes you don't really notice that it's actually been put there. With Avarice, I worked 490 stitches in the last 2 weeks. In total, in April, it was 1,159 stitches, and I'm at 6.87% with Avarice. So again, a really long way to go. It's even a long way to go to 10% when I want to start the next piece from the series. So it will be a while before I get there. Then Mini Marvelous Garden. There it is. And I don't think I put any stitches in Mini Marvelous Garden when it comes to the previous page. I think I only worked on that page. There are still some white areas, again, because I don't want to cut so much thread when it only goes a little bit into the square below and then returns into the next kind of column. So there are some white areas, but they are going to be stitched over hopefully quite soon. With Mini Marvelous Garden, in the last 2 weeks I made 1217 stitches, and in April it was 2157 stitches, and I am at 38.25%, so quite nice progress with Mini Marvelous Garden. Still, I didn't get to 40 because it takes a while to get to a 40% with this size, even though it's the smallest of my full coverage pieces, but it still takes a while to get to different thresholds. But I think you can clearly see now all the details with flowers and the wall, and I think it looks really, really interesting, and hopefully soon I will be getting to the end of the tail of the peacock, so there should be more colors and even more interesting than it is now, just because there will be more to look at. And the last project is the new start, and it's this year's Blackwork, Peppermint Purple's Blackwork Stitch Along. For now I'm only doing the borders for every grid, and I think I will be able to make it when it comes to the size. I still need one more row of grids on the outside, and I cut the fabric into 30 centimeters by 30 centimeters square, and according to the measurements from the designer, on 14 count Ida, it should be something like 25 centimeters length or width, because it's a square design, so either way. So it should leave me about an inch on each side, I hope. We'll see how that goes. At first I didn't notice it was size 14 count Ida. I thought it was a 16, but it's not a big problem. It just may be a little bit more difficult to stitch closer to the edges, because we'll see how the fabric behaves. And it's still a long way before I get to the fillers of those squares, but I already have 4 months worth of fillers to do, so it will take me some time, and I'm happy I found it, because it made everything a bit more interesting, because I have one more project to work on, so there is a bit more in rotation, a bit more to shuffle, a bit more to change. So hopefully this will make all those crafty projects more fun, because I'll have more change. It may mean there will be less progress on everything, like on each individual piece. I won't be able to do as much progress because I have more pieces to work on. But I should have a bit more time, so hopefully I won't really slow down with everything, and I will be able to work on everything. The plan for the next 2 weeks with this piece is completing the borders and starting the fillers. And then by the end of the month, I will want to have cut up at least half of what I was supposed to or will be supposed to. And then in the next month, catch up with all the rest. So hopefully by mid-year, I'll have caught up with everything, or I will be really close to catching up with everything. But that's the plan. Minimum borders and then starting the fillers. So that's what I have for today. Thank you for watching. If you've liked the video, please leave a thumbs up, leave a comment down below. Also consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't already, if you want to see all the progress I'll be making with all the different things. Thank you for watching, and hopefully see you next time. Bye!